Hello from Beer Australia Reviews, and today we are going to be sampling, tasting and reviewing a beer from Gage Roads, and it is the Gage Roads After Hours Hoppy Winter Ale. Now, I am a big fan of Gage Roads beers, and I'm also a reasonably big fan of beers which are like winter ales, so anything that's like extra malty and stuff. Things like dark porters I quite like, that sort of beer. So I mean, I especially like sort of the English winter ales, which would be like a barley wine type of a beer. So when I seen this one in the local bottle shop, the Vintage Cellars in Netherlands, I thought I'll give this one a try, see what it's like. Okay, so now from the website, you'll have a look. It's got 4 hops: Idaho, Cascades, Centennial, East Kent Goldings, which brings citrus and pine with a touch of resin and earth. Brewed with a strong malt bill, midnight wheat. So this brew pours dark tan with medium body and firm bitterness, and brewed for you as part of the You Vote We Brew series from the Perth Royal Beer Awards 2022. Okay, so let's get this thing out of the fridge. Okay, so this one is here we go. So it's Hoppy Winter Ale, limited release. It has a paper label on the thing as well. Quite a bit of information on there. So Gage Roads itself is from just the other side of the Swan River from where I am. I'm north of the river. This is from like the Fremantle, Fremantle area. And so it's quite a local one. It's one of the most local breweries to where I come from. But okay, let's get this one actually in the can. Out of the can, in the glass even. Okay, it's open. Let's give it a pour. Oh, definite dark colour on that one. Definitely looks like a winter ale. Looks like it's malty. Could be like quite a sweet one. Okay, 500ml can on this one, so I think I won't pour the whole thing out. Leave it at that one. Okay, so so far it looks exactly how it's described on the tin. So we've got dark colour, dark tan, yeah, maybe. It's a little bit like fizzier than some of this type of a beer that I'd expect to see. So it more resembles one of the sort of porter beers that you get from the Margaret River region, which are like quite sparkly, like a lagery sort of texture, even though it's like a dark beer and sort of malty ales on this one. It's supposed to be like a malty ale, but it's like more fizzy, more like a light lager. Anyway, let's give this one a go. So it's got a little bit of like a chocolatey sort of, like the porter, dark porter, sort of a stout sort of a thing. Sometimes they make like a chocolate stout or that, so it's got like a sort of a resemblance to that. Okay, I'm not getting much of the extra like hops in this one, so a smack of citrus and pine. Now, I've got to tell you, I don't think you should be using the same sort of hop profile that you would use in like an East Coast cloudy IPA, and then mixing that one with a porter, because a porter is supposed to be like a bit of a darker, bit of a more malty beer, whereas the East Coast IPA type, NEPA type beers, they tend to be a little bit spicy and a little bit sweeter. But here goes. I think they've gone a step too far with this one. So I'm getting a bit of the spiciness as if it was like a NEPA, sort of the sort of nettly sort of extra hoppy sort of tangy thing from that one, and a little bit of citrus possibly. It's got like a bit of a citrus tang. It's got a bit of grapefruit on this one, like some of the an imperial double IPA that you get. To be honest though, on this one, I think they've actually mixed together a couple of things that I wouldn't do. I think they should keep the hop profile for an IPA for the IPAs, and just do like a bittering hop when it comes to like a porter or a dark winter style beer. I don't know who actually voted for this, but I certainly wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have if I was sampling some of their beers and they were saying a little bit like Nail Brewing did recently with they were swapping the hops around on the like pale ale type beer. I wouldn't have voted for this one, and I actually don't know how this one has actually won any sort of an award at any sort of a beer show, because it's wrong. That so this is when I saw this one in the bottle shop. I bought a 4-pack. I've drank the other 3, and literally I've waited about 2 months before making this one, because I actually put off actually making the video on this one. So it's not even winter anymore in Western Australia. It's now I always get this mixed up. It's springtime. When you come from the northern hemisphere, I can understand like the southern summer is in December, January, but when it comes to spring and autumn, I always get them the wrong way around. So it's the Australian springtime right now, and it's October. So I've missed doing this one as like a winter ale. But anyway, this one has conflicting tastes in there. So I think they've mixed things together incorrectly. You cannot just throw more and more different things into the can and expect it's going to work. Now, I'm all for trying new things. Recently, I was in a pub in York, WA, which is like a couple of hours drive, a couple of 100 kilometres inland from Perth, Western Australia. And one of the pubs, I went in and said, "Have you got any craft beer?" And they said, "We don't serve craft beer because our customers don't drink craft beer." It's like, hold on a minute, I'm a customer, I'm asking for craft beer, but I didn't argue the point. So any company that sort of sticks in the past and doesn't try new things is doomed to fail. So I'll praise Gage Roads for actually trying something new and for trying to make like a beer that's a little bit different. But I think in this case they've actually got it wrong, because this just doesn't work for me. It's some flavour profiles you cannot mix together, and I think the combination of like the darker malts on this one to make a winter ale, and like sort of light hoppy sort of spicy hops, what are they in this one? Hops, Idaho, Cascades, Centennial, East Kent Goldings. I'd expect the East Kent Goldings in this type of a beer, but I wouldn't put the Cascade in the Centennial. Don't know too much about the Idaho 7. So yeah, just there it is on the website again. Do go and have a look. It's a limited release beer from Gage Roads, but for me, I think this one is a miss. This one is such of a miss for me that I actually am considering putting this one in my worst beers of 2022. It's not good. I swigged back the first one and thought, what's wrong with that? It's got like sweetness on top and then a bitterness at the back, but it's nothing like as bad as the baby peach from I can't even remember, baby peach from Rocky Ridge. It's nothing like the abomination that beer is, but still it's the wrong flavour combination. I'll give you marks for trying something new, because you have to continue to innovate, you have to continue to try different recipes, but I think this one has slipped through. I think this recipe is wrong, and I certainly would not give this one any sort of points if this was a blind tasting session. Anyway, okay, Perth Royal Beer Awards 2022, so from this year. Anyway, okay, so this is a limited release from Gage Roads, one of our local breweries in the Perth region. This one's just south of the river in the Fremantle area, and yeah, so I mean, it's not a total abomination. It's just wrong. It just doesn't work for me. So if you see it and you want to try something different, then maybe. But I would buy 1 can. I wouldn't try 4 cans of this one because it doesn't work. So not the worst beer I've ever tasted. That was Rocky Ridge Baby Peach. but it doesn't work, and because I haven't had that many bad beers this year, unfortunately for you, Mr. Rhodes, or if I can call you Gage, I think this is going to be in my worst top 3 worst beers of 2022. I've already got the other 2 picked out, and this is going to be 3rd on the list. So, nice. Must try better next time. Okay. In any case, yeah. Thanks for watching.